Hello everybody, I hope y'all are doing good tonight. I hope y'all are doing well, everybody. I wrote at the top here, at the top, I wrote this because I figured what I saw on Channel 11 News tonight. They were talking about Saudi Arabia and other nations that have similar rules. I see you. How are you doing this evening? They have similar rules about women and not, letting them drive. They have a new, president, or that's what I'm going to call it. I don't know what they call it over there in Saudi Arabia, but they have a new leader over there that's more progressive, and hopefully will let women drive. But I have serious questions about that. Why women are told that they can't drive or own vehicles or have real estate. Men are never told this stuff. That's why I feel like a lot of times when you look at men's lives, they live better financially than women do. They have more opportunities than women do. Their clothes, just a lot of stuff. It's made better than women. And yes, I'm a female, but I have a man. But globally, men are free. Now if you're a minority, there's different perspectives and things like that. That's different. But I'm talking about dudes as a whole. There is no excuse for a man to be broke at all, especially when you can go to any part of the world and have a job. Women cannot do that. Women are told in some countries that they cannot drive. You cannot have employment. You can't do stuff like that. Why is that? Why are women told that they can't have a job, have real estate, have vehicles, but men can have all this stuff that women cannot? I'm talking about other countries. America, if you have the money, great. No one's telling you that you can't drive a vehicle here. If you're a female and you got the money to go buy a car, you can go buy a car. But I have serious problems with that. I have serious problems because women, they go through enough. And in some countries, it's sad how women are treated still today. No country's perfect. America's not perfect. But by golly, we let women drive. We let women own vehicles and have real estate. If you got money, in America, your dreams can literally come true if you have the money to do so. I see you. If you got the money and the willingness in America to do so, what you see right here, this is the great city of Dubai, some of the rich parts of the world, oil-rich parts of the world where women are still told that they can't drive, but you have to have the permission of a man to do things. I don't want to live that kind of life. I never ask my man for permission to do anything. I just go do it. What woman on earth wants to have to ask her man every time they want to go somewhere? Men don't do that. Do men say, hey, honey, can I go somewhere? No, they don't. I think the perspective and stuff it's so, one-sided. It's messed up, how women are treated. I'll never, under no circumstances, let a man tell me what to do. I thank God that, that I'm not some short mini-me person or something. I thank God that I'm physically, in shape and stuff and built the way I am. I don't let no man tell me what to do. I don't ask a man, hey, nah, man, I'll holler at you. If I want to go out of town, I don't need some man to lag behind me and that kind of stuff. I think women should live like that. You shouldn't have to sit up here and ask a man, can I go drive a car to the store? What kind of crap is that? I was listening to that on Channel 11 News. In these rich oil countries and stuff like that, they have rules that women can't do stuff. I mean, do stuff such as, we're not talking about, okay, women should be, if they want to go work and dig, or dig for oil, they should be able to do that. I don't think that a person or a government agency should tell you can't do something because you're a female. If you're able to do something, then you should be able to do that. Not, that's what I'm talking about tonight, in some of these oil-rich countries and other places that they tell women what to do. And that's why I tell dudes, what the hell? Why you got poor credit, or why you don't have any money, or why? Because you a man. There is no excuse for a dude to be broke and you don't got no money, you don't have no credit, and if you don't got any of that, you sure can't tell me what to do. I listened to a dude the other night that was talking about how women should be leaders, how they should be leaders too, but also how men should step up, because it is their role to be a leader. It is the man's role to be a leader, but in this day and age, I don't see any. So, the way I live my life is such as this. You need to be the leader for yourself and not a man. You shouldn't have to ask a man to go somewhere. You shouldn't have to have a man tag. I call it a tag along. If in other countries they tell a woman that you have to have a man to go to the grocery store, you have to have a man to do basic stuff. You have to have a man walk beside you. Dudes don't have all these stupid rules. They're not told, hey man, do they ever ask their wife, hey man, no, dudes just get up and do something. They ain't finna, they're not gonna, it's just different. Dudes, there ain't no reason for y'all to be broke. Because women have all these restrictions and stuff. In America, it's great, but in other countries, specifically in other countries, women are told they can't drive. And I was listening to Channel 11 News, Dallas Fort Worth, and the stuff that they talked about on there, and how if a woman wants to go overseas, that she has to have a man. You don't hear about that stuff with no dude. Don't nobody tell a dude if he wants to hop on a plane, you need to take your wife. They don't tell dudes that. I'll never live like that, a man telling me where I can and cannot go when you don't live the same way. Hell no, not me. What I watched on TV, it was crazy. A woman, you can't drive because you a female. There's no rhyme or reason. Oh, you just can't drive because you're a woman. How is that fair? Ask any woman, but a man does not have to follow the same rules. A man does not have to follow the same rules just because, for whatever reason, because you're stronger than me. Hell, I'm stronger than some dudes. You think I'm fixing to follow behind a dude that, if a dude is shorter than me, man, no, man, so women need to learn how to do stuff for themselves and work on cars and do all the stuff that boys get to do. Boys get to have better lives than girls because they are taught how to fight, how to defend themselves, how to live, how to survive. Women are taught, wait for a man, wait on this, do this, clean up, look pretty. All these things are so stupid. That's what I straight up believe. When women are taught that you have to look a certain way, or you have to act a certain way, and a lot of countries, that's what I'm talking about tonight. A lot of countries, women are told they have to act a certain way, period. And then again, in some countries, they don't let you drive. They don't let you leave the house without a man. You can leave, with your brother or somebody, a man present. Another thing is, men don't aspire to marriage like women have to be told that they have to do all this and do all that. In other countries, they also make women marry people that they don't want to. Men ain't forced to marry nobody. I thank God I'm masculine. Because I wouldn't put up with that from no dude. You ain't finna make me marry somebody I don't want to be with. Thank God I live in America where I can pick and choose who I want to be with. I choose to be with a man because I am a woman, and that's what I like. And I think a lot of times in some countries, they pick a man for you. You don't have a choice. That's what I mean. You don't have a choice. And this city here, you see, this is a nice city overseas, probably Dubai, somewhere like that. I put this up here as an example because even in cities that look like America and things like this and modernized, women, though, still are not free. Those cities, they've changed with the times and what have you, but women are still not free. And that's globally. America, we have our problems too, but we don't have problems such as telling women they can't drive on the roads, they can't do certain things. I put this up here tonight because of what I heard on Channel 11, and it's shocking, and it's stuff that I didn't know that in some countries that women could not had the opportunity. If it was given to them, yes, women would drive, but in some countries they're told that they cannot. My question is this, for ladies and anybody that wants to answer, no one would like to be told that they couldn't do something. So you know, what could a person do, to make their lives better? And women, I just think that it's just sad. It is absolutely sad the way women are treated in some countries, and what can you do to make that better? So that's my opinion on a lot of this stuff I see, and I hope that things change globally. I hope that things change globally again for women. I do, because men are not told they can't drive. In some countries, again, women are told they can't have a job or drive or whatever. And why is that? I don't know. But what I heard definitely makes me thank God each day I live in America. I have no desire to go to any other country ever in my life. I don't want to. I just don't want to, especially countries that don't allow women to drive. I don't want to go. Because again, I've always said this. Men can agree or not or whatever. As a woman, I think men have better lives. Do they live longer than women? I don't know. Probably not, because a lot of dudes they straight up do stupid stuff. But I I think overall though, women though, they just don't get the same fair treatment in some countries like men. And I would never stay in a country that would tell me because I'm a female that I'm not allowed to purchase land, have a car. I just don't think that stuff is right. I think that women should be able to purchase land, buy vehicles, or do whatever they want to. And without asking the permission of a man. I don't think a woman, I see you. I see you. Good evening, everybody on here. Women, they are treated different, and men can answer that question, or why, or what for, or because a lot of the rules written are also written by men. Court systems are controlled by dudes. Laws are mostly written by men, including certain medical laws concerning women. Look at Texas. It's a bunch of old dudes up in there. And they write the laws, and globally dudes own pretty much everything on earth. When you look at what they own, dudes own a lot, and I'm talking about globally, if not almost everything. So financially, again, dudes get paid better. They don't live longer, but man, they certainly get treated better than women do as a whole and globally. And I can see why women want a piece of that pie. Dudes have access to the best facilities when it comes to sports. They get, their stuff better televised. The list goes on and on and on. But they're certainly not told that they can't drive. Talking to, about dudes. Men are not told that they can't drive vehicles. They are not told that. There's a lot of things that's so one-sided, double standards, that kind of stuff. That, for example, in some countries, why is it that a woman has to have a man when she goes somewhere, but a dude doesn't have to have anybody? Couldn't live in a country like that. I like America. Yes, America has problems with racism, but there's no nation on earth that's perfect. If so, find me one. America has its problems too. I get that. But man, we don't have problems like that where we tell women they can't drive. I thank God each day I live in America. Every day. Because I can play football and do sports and masculine things and stuff with my hands and that I couldn't do, that you couldn't do in another country. You couldn't talk about, if you were female, car parts, things like, stuff that I like, mechanical stuff. I mean, that's what I like. But as a woman, if I was in another country, they probably would kill somebody like me because I'm just too masculine. I just don't believe in femininity. I believe it's taught. I believe that it's colonialized. You're told that you have to act a certain way as a female, and if you don't act that way, then you are considered a loser, or you're considered not good enough, or an outcast. Um, that is why I feel that there's no reason for a dude not to have. Because the world literally is wide open for a man financially. And that's a fact. There's no reason for a man to be broke, to not have good credit, to not have access, because that ain't an excuse. They have better access to the global market than a woman does. Period, point blank. But more and more women are outpacing men in education. Um, the positive things about, being a woman, you do live longer. Why? I don't know. Um, and again, like I said, women are outpacing men in the education area. That's a good thing, because knowledge is power, and I think when women are given the opportunity, they take it. I also believe that women don't do stupid things when it comes to certain things. Women don't, you don't see women doing dangerous things like jumping off buildings, doing stupid stuff. So I think dudes more likely take risks that women don't. Not to say that women don't take risks, maybe a different type of risk. Um, but being a woman has its pluses. Living longer is a plus. I like that part. That's a plus. Um, and there's some things that are negative. The biological part, that's negative. I don't like it. So for me, I just try to live my life as best I can. But I'm certainly happy and I'm thankful that I live in America every day, because I know America's not perfect, but I know that it will continue to give women the freedom to be able to have and buy land. If you got money in America, then it's like Disney World. You know what I'm saying? Everything's open to you, whether you're a woman or a man. As long as you got money, you can do it. You can have it. And no one in America is going to tell you that you can't. As long as you have the ability in America to pay for something, that's why I like it in America. Because in other countries that are similar markets like ours, I like it because there is so much freedom as far as for women in America and things like that. And that's the good part that I see in America, that we don't have laws on our books restricting women about what they can drive and things like this. So I try to keep stuff in perspective, man. I try to do that. I think that women should be able to play whatever sports they want to. If they want to play football, basketball, tackle football, not this lingerie, skimpy football, I don't know what you want to call it. I call it football for dudes to look. They should just change the name of it from lingerie football to football for the look, meaning for a man to look at women. Have you seen the clothes those women wear? They hardly wear no clothes. They wear underwear and a top. That's all they wear. I would never play that kind of football because it's sexist. And the only type of women they let play lingerie football are women who look like Barbie dolls. That's another problem with our society, that we deal with sexist stuff, especially with women. That's the bad part about being a woman. That's the bad part about it, is that some women say, well, I don't like to be stared at, or I don't, those type of sports, yeah, dudes, you're going to look at you. It's called lingerie football. I ain't into all that. I'm never going to dress like that. I don't wear bikinis. I don't wear none of that. And if a man made me, hey, we going to be fighting, because I don't wear that stuff. If a man is going to be with me, he needs to understand. Don't tell me what to do. Don't ask me where I'm going. Don't become a hitch along or a caboose, meaning, you're like the end of a train. Hell, everywhere you go, where you going, all this kind of stuff. I think women should learn to live their lives somewhat like dudes. Do you ever hear a dude once again asking his wife, Hey, can I go here? No, they just go. I think it's a better perspective. Um, I just try to put things in perspective, and if you have a man that tries to make you do stuff you don't want to do, then that man ain't for you. You know, another thing I always tell a dude, don't make me cook because I'm not going to do that either. It's the 21st century and welcome to it because I ain't with that. I ain't from the 60s and 70s. I ain't going to do all that either. Sexist. Let women do whatever they want to. Just like boys, they are inspired to do stuff such as science and mathematics and all kinds of stuff. Teach girls how to do that stuff. Girls, they're not dumb. But in some countries, they don't even let girls go to school. So that's another thing that it's shocking. And you just don't know and you don't really understand why that is. Women are not stupid. And a lot of times, men treat women like they're dumb. And I don't know why that is. I don't know. It's like, man, we get treated like we're dumb by men. I was listening to something on KLTY, a Christian radio station, as I was walking in the room when a lady was talking about how a man left her and her kids. She woke up one morning and the dude was gone. That's what I mean when I say dudes. They do women wrong because they don't have to give birth to kids. Women do, and so dudes are like, okay, we'll just leave you with the kids and I don't have to do anything. Well, I made a promise in my life that I would never put myself in a position. I'm not trying to have any children. That's why I'm glad I live in the 21st century. If you don't want to have kids, they got operations to where they promise that you won't. You don't, as a female, you don't have to put yourself in positions with dudes that don't want to, do their part and take care of what they're supposed to. And it's sad about that. That's the bad part about being a woman, that you can be left with taking care of kids by yourself. Not to say that men are not left by themselves, but more than likely when, that lady woke up in the morning and she said that the man left her, woke up and he was gone. No reason, no nothing. And you wonder why a lot of times women are afraid a lot of times to be with another man. Or, or they hesitate to talk to somebody new because of how they treated by dudes. And, and some guys treat women like property. And a lot of times that's just not a good thing. Women don't want to be treated like property by nobody. And it is so sad. And that's got to change. And there was a campaign in the NFL, I think, called Lean In. Dudes need to do that a lot more too, and lean in and take care of their responsibilities and stop leaving women with kids. Maybe they wouldn't be on government welfare or whatever if dudes would take care of their kids and not call women crazy when they call you out. I think a lot of times men think women are crazy when they call them out on their responsibilities. If you lay down with a woman, then you should take care of them. But a lot of times there are dudes, some, not all, but there are dudes who don't want to take care of their kids. And that's a lot of, just a lot of stuff that I think about in the whole spectrum of how women are treated as a whole. Not only in America, but globally, from not being able to drive, from being told what to do by a man. I was listening to someone the other day, and he said men, once again, are supposed to be leaders of a household. But, what you're not going to do is be a manager over me, meaning that I'm beneath you and my life is like nothing, but as a man, your life is better than mine because you're a man. Nah, wrong. I think women should think like this. Don't let dudes tell you what to do. If you got your own money, I don't care if the government's paying for your place to live, get your place to live. It doesn't even matter. Okay? This way a man can never put you out of your place. That's the first thing. Doesn't matter what kind of place. It could be a mansion on the hill or a small house. It don't even matter. All I'm saying is women should be as independent as they can to not have to worry about a man and his fury. If he gets angry one day and he cheats on you, you can always know that you got a place to stay. That way, you good to go. Doesn't matter how you got that place to stay, whether it's the government, somebody, whatever. You have a place and a roof over your head. Women need to learn to be more independent. Good evening, everybody. Um, and again, be responsible for their safety. But yeah, I think women will progress, and we always have through history. But men also need to do their part and treat women better than what they do, and stop treating women like property too. So that's my perspective on women and how I think they are treated and stuff like that. And the topic was women not being able to drive and things like this. And I just don't know why. And this is in other countries. I'm not talking about America. I'm just talking about in other countries where women are told that they can't drive, own land, possessions, have a bank account, that kind of stuff. Men aren't told that globally. What country do you know of on earth that tells a man that he can't own a car, bank account, land? That is why I think dudes have it better than women. Because of that, I laugh at dudes when you don't got no money at all. No money at all. I know, with minorities and all that, that's different. That's another subject for another day as far as, minority men. That's different. That's a struggle too into itself. That's just a struggle. That's different. But with women, we just want to be treated fair. And I thank God I'm the way that I am, because I'll never let a man tell me where I can't go, tell me what to do. I'm never going to live that way. And no woman should have to live like that. I'm happy with my life. I'm glad to have a man that is not controlling or mean, or, as far as, telling me what to do, or saying I can't go see my family, that kind of stuff. That's what I mean. So I just want people to put it in perspective that I believe that, like the guy said the other night, dudes are supposed to be leaders of their household. Because if you ain't going to be the leader of it, then a woman will. They'll go get that education. It's the 21st century, dudes. Wake up. Because can't no man tell a woman she can't go get an education. And if she makes more money than you do, and she got better credit than you do, then you can't tell her what to do under no circumstances. And if she owns something, owns her house, owns her vehicles, then, hey, you can't tell her what to do. So that's how I feel about it, because men, some dudes try to tell women what to do, or try to hang money over them, or throw it back in their face. And that's why I tell women to be as independent as you can, because you don't have to deal with some dude throwing money back in your face when you got your own place. So that's stuff that I think about as a female. But again, I'm masculine, so I live my life very, 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 very masculine, and it's fun. I've always said that masculinity is fun. Femininity, it bores the hell out of me, at least. I don't like femininity, because you're always told under femininity. At least the European femininity, or what I read about, is all about beauty. And if you don't look like what you see in pictures, again, then you're considered not a female, or you're considered a loser. So, no. Sorry, I'm not feminine like what's in European pictures. I'm not trying to be a princess, never wanted to, don't want to. I want women to understand, live your life, have fun, because that's what it's about. Not trying to live up to the mythical thoughts of a man, or what they want you to look like, or da. That ain't life. That's called not reality. If a man, women want you to look a certain way, dress a certain way, hey man, next. You know what I'm saying? That's how I live. Next. One thing if a dude says wear a dress, not gonna happen. Cook, not gonna happen. Those are things I ain't doing. So, next. Man up. That's how it goes. That's how I think. Kind of like football. If you ever play football, it's the next man up. That's how I feel in my life. And sometimes that's how dudes feel about women. Grab the next one. That's how they think a lot of times. Not all dudes, but some, and not all women think like that either. But I would say this: men have a different perspective on life than women. Do they have a better perspective, or a better outcome on life? I don't know. I'm not sure, but I think that when it comes to the overall equality of life globally, men have it better. That's my opinion. So, because they're not restricted. That's all I'm saying. I just want to tell everybody, God bless you. I'm going to get ready to get the rest of my things out so I can go to flag football. I got a tournament tomorrow, so I'm going to get ready for that. God bless y'all, and I hope you have a good night. I hope everybody here had a great Thanksgiving, and God bless y'all. You have a good night.